Welcome to the vCard Global Workshop. Thank you for joining us this morning and this afternoon or wherever you are today. It's great to have you here. We're going to build a vCard. We're going to take a basic vCard, which we all start with. We're going to turn it into a great looking vCard in just a few minutes. And I'm going to show you how this works not only for the example I do today, but how it can work for your business. We'll also look at some tips on how you can market your business with vCard. So let's get started. Today we're going to build a card for a veterinarian. And I've got a basic card here that I've put together. This is what your card may look like today if you're just joining us. Just a very basic card with not much information on it. In a few minutes, just 10 minutes is all it takes, you can walk through the wizard. The wizard will turn this card into a card you can use and you can start to market your business with. And then a few more minutes, I'm going to go into some advanced features where we'll add some video, we're going to add pages. We'll turn your business card into a full portal for you, a website actually. Lots of great information about your business. And so let's get started. At the bottom here of the card is a link. It says owner link here. That takes you to the login page. It's just a handy way, just so if you aren't sure where to log in, just remember, just go to your vCard and it's right there at the bottom of the page. So click on that and this will open up our login page here. Let's see if I can do that again. There we go. And I'm going to log into the vCard back office. This is the vCard back office. If you're brand new to vCard, if you're trying the 30-day trial, you'll see over here on the left-hand side, this is where you upgrade actually. So you can get 2 vCards and an additional vCard. So actually 3 vCards in total, and you can participate in the shared revenue plan. That's only $149 a year. So you sign up there. If you're not interested in the shared revenue plan and you need just 2 cards, $119 a year, or 1 card for $69 a year. So it's a great value, and you'll see why here shortly. Over here on the right-hand side, it says edit your vCard. Design and edit your vCard. Let's click on that. This takes us directly into the editor. And when you log into the editor, you're going to have only 1 card. This is my test account, so I have lots and lots and lots of cards here. I'm going to jump over to another screen I have for this presentation. And you'll see your blue and orange card here. When you click on it, and let's do that now, I'm just going to click on it. This is going to open up. It may open up this page. Hopefully, if you're brand new, it's going to open directly into the wizard, okay? And if it doesn't directly open into the wizard, you want to look for this blue button here. It says Setup Wizard. This is the step-by-step process that I was talking about. So click on the Setup Wizard. And now we're going to walk through the process. In the first step, we're going to add our contact info. In the second step, we'll aggregate all of your social media. In the third step, we'll add a photo, a logo, and in the fourth step, we'll choose a design. So in the first step here, in the contact info, your first name, last name will be there, as well as your email address. So you can go in and add in your business name, and you can add in your, I don't even know. I am not spelling that right, am I? Well, that's okay. I'll fix that later. And there's no spell check there. That's just a word that gets me. Okay, and then you can put in your address. So 4849 Southeast Division Street. Now, if you are a vet, you probably have a physical location, so you will be putting in your street address. If you work from home, you don't need to put in your street address, but I would at least put in your city, your state, your region, what part of the world you're in, so people know where you're located. But you don't have to put in the street address. If you do have a physical location where people come and you want them to find you, put in the street address and then make sure you click this where it says Show Map It button. This adds a button to the card, and when people click on that button, it opens up the navigation technologies in the phone, and people can it will take them right to you. So they'll navigate right to you. So so that make sure you have the show map it button if you actually have a street address where you want them to come visit you. If you have a website, put your website here. You don't need to have a website. In many ways, vCard itself can be that website for you, especially if you're a sole proprietor. vCard is all you need. It really can be. Then we have your main phone number here. If you can add some dashes, change this so people can read it, because it comes through without any dashes or spacing. So make it so that it's readable. You can add additional phone numbers here. You can add a fax number down here as well. And all of these numbers here that I'm adding, all this contact information, you can change it at any time. And the great thing, one of the really great features about vCard is when you update any of your contact information, that information is updated with anyone who's ever received your vCard. So if they've got your vCard, they will now have your newest information, which is great because we know that over the years, we change phone numbers, we move, we change jobs, but your vCard can remain constant. Your vCard can't get thrown away, and your vCard is always updated. Let's continue to the next page where we're going to look at our social media. You can aggregate all of your social media in one place. And I'm going to add my Facebook page today. This is actually the oh, this isn't my Facebook page. Let's go to my Facebook page. Here we go. The vCard Global Facebook page is what I wanted to add. So you go to the page that you want to have, and you just highlight that entire URL path, okay, for the Facebook page that you want to add. And I just copy that. I right-click, copy that information, and I bring that back over to vCard, and I right-click and I paste that information. I'm also going to grab this Instagram page here. Again, I'm going to highlight that, right-click, copy this information, bring it back over to the vCard editor, and I'm going to paste it. There's 16 different social media here, so most likely you're going to find what you're looking for. We have another section called Reach Me Online, and this is really for your communication, chat profiles, your Skype ID, make it easy for people to find you on Skype, your WeChat, your WhatsApp, add your Zoom meeting information here, add your Join.me meeting information here. So all that information goes in the Reach Me Online section, and this information shows up right there on the first page of your vCard right at the bottom. We have another section here called important links. This is more for like those important links. I love this section because it's those links that you don't know where exactly to put, and this just makes it easy for you to add them. So the first one here is really for real estate agents, property managers. You've got the little home the home symbol here. And so for a real estate agent, they might type in here residential listings. And then they would put maybe a link to like redfin.com. See the plus sign? That's how you add a second link. So I might also put one here for my commercial listings. And I would then put this here, let's say to like loopnet.com. If you want to, the next section here is for portfolios. It's for artists. It's for contractors. It's for anyone who does work and they've got a bunch of pictures, maybe they're on Flickr, that they want to have an easy link to. The book now is for your online appointment schedulers. So you would create a call to action, book appointment online. So she might have something, book appointment online. And then she might have her online scheduler that she possibly uses, okay? And you would just put in that link to that online scheduler that you have. Purchase my books. Now, she might also use this section as well if there's certain dog training books that she recommends to her clients. If there's certain dog health books, you can put the name of the book here, and then you put a link to that book on either, Amazon or Barnes and Noble or whatever, Powell's Books, whatever independent bookstore you use. And, if you have an affiliate link for those books, you can, obviously earn cash when anyone buys one of your books. So we've got teachers who use this, authors, obviously, coaches, anyone. This is just a place, if you find yourself recommending a book often, this is where you can put it. This is for your online stores. Shop online. It's all of your stores, your eBay, your Etsy, your Amazon store. It's for your distributor stores too. So if you got more than one distributor store, more than one company you're working for, you can just put those links conveniently on your vCard right at the bottom. And then the last section here is for the causes that you support, whether it's a nonprofit or church. You can put links to fundraisers that you support. So maybe she wants you to support the Humane Society. There's a group that she volunteers with, or rescue dog operations. You would just put the name of what you're involved in or what you are passionate about, and you would put a link to that organization on how you can get involved. Again, this is just convenience for you. So when you're talking about it and people say, oh, that's interesting, and they say, well, how do I get involved? Or you say, hey, my kids have this fundraiser going on right now, and they say, well, how do I sponsor them? You just say, oh, it's on my vCard right there at the bottom of my vCard. So, and then additional sites is for any other sites that haven't fit in these other categories. Okay, let's continue on, where we're going to load a picture today for Celine, our veterinarian. And I'm just going to my computer to find that photo that I want to add. And here we go. We've got a picture of Celine with her dog. All right. So the photo that you add here will show up on your vCard, but it also will be emailed when someone texts or emails your card, okay, through the vCard app. When they email the card through the vCard app or directly on the card itself, there's an email button, which I'll show you shortly. That sends the photo along with an introductory message, okay? And then when they text it, or whenever you text the card, the photo is also shown. Most carriers, most phones support that, the photo being sent through the text message, which is very nice too. And when you download the contact into your contacts in like Outlook or the native contacts on your phone, it will also download with the photo. And obviously the photo shows on your card, and it also shows in the vCard Global mobile app. So important to get a photo for sure. A photo is memorable. And this is one of the things that makes vCard superior to a paper card, is that people won't always remember your name, but they will remember your face. So I definitely recommend that you get a photo and make sure you have that on there. And then I'm going to load a logo as well today. All right, and I'm going to name my file. This is so I can search my files later if I need to. And I will continue to the next section where I get to choose a design. And you can see here that I've got my basic card here. It's got a bunch more information here. And when I start to choose designs, like if I click on this, I click on one of these, you can see my logo shows up there, see? So you can go through, and when you click on one of these different designs that you like, and then you can try the different colors until you find a color or design that you like. I actually like this one here. I think I'm going to go with that. So you find a design and a color that you like. You can change this at any time, and we've got lots and lots to choose from here. So you can see, look at all these different designs in here, and you can customize your designs too. So we have different different button styles too that you can choose from, and any of these designs can be customized. You can change the background color, the button color as well. So I think I'm gonna go with the one I found earlier here. This was it, yeah, and this blue. Okay, yeah, I like that. It also looks to me like my logo file is a little too big, so I probably will end up chopping that down, cropping that so it's a little closer, because it's got some extra space around it, and that's just because the image I put in there was too big. So we will finish this, and your vCard now is ready to go out there and to be shared. So let's take a look at our vCard on the screen here. Just show you the features here. So this download button is important. People, when you text this card to someone and they're not on vCard, they just click download, and that will download the card into their native contacts on their phone. The share vCard is one way to share it. You can just type in the email address of where you want to send it, and it will send it off. I typically use the app. It's superior for sharing the card. That's how I tend to do it. You can text the card from the app. You can send it by email from the app. But the app allows you to create custom messages so that you don't have to type. You can have a custom message in the app, and when you send that card, the custom message will always be there to go out with that card. You can create multiple custom messages. So if you have more than one business, or you're marketing like a spouse's business or a partner's business, you can market their business too and have a custom message that goes out with that card as well. So let's go back over to our vCard editor. And this page here, you can see the tab here is called the editor homepage. This is the first page of the card where you can see I'm editing the vet demo, and I've got this thing called the security code here. You use the vCard name, which is vet demo, and the security code to set up the vCard global mobile app. And you'll need that. You'll need to download the app from the Apple Store or the Play Store if you haven't done so. And you'll want to set it up, and that way you can start adding contacts and sharing your contact. There's lots of features in the vCard Global Mobile app, and I've got some videos, actually some new videos that are coming out here that will give you details on how that works. And maybe here at the end of this presentation, I'll also show you a little bit about the app, okay? So, let's go now to the next tab. This is the Contact Info tab, and it's the same information from the wizard. This is where you update that information. You've got your social media links, your picture and logo as well. The next tab is your design and color. So again, same thing from the wizard. This is where you can change your design at any time. And then the fourth tab over, this is where the magic happens. This is the page editor. And the page editor is where we can add pages, where we can start adding video. We can add all kinds of information about our vet here, Celine. So let's add some information today and build her a card. So right here, we have this button to add a page. We're going to start adding some pages. So I love, if you can, add a bio. So we'll say about Celine here. We'll have a contact page. Maybe we'll have a testimonials page. We could have a tips page, or healthy pet tips. Let's see, what else are we going to have here? We'll have services. And I think that will be enough for today. Now, after you've added your pages, if you need to change anything, you can click on the page name, and then right here, you can change the name of the page and just say change name. So that's how you rechange your name here. I'm going to go back to services. And if you want to reorder your pages, these are drop and down arrows here. You click on it, you drag it down, and you drop it. So the whole system works this way with these drag and drop arrows. You can see them over here on the blocks too. You can move blocks up and down too. You drag and drop. So we've got our pages on the left-hand side. In the center, we're adding content. And over on the right-hand side, we see exactly what that content looks like on the live card. So we've got our homepage here. One of the things that we're going to add today to the homepage is a video. And we're going to have a video where Celine is just talking to the camera and introducing herself. So that's a really powerful video. And if you can, I would add that type of video to your card as well. It's something that will connect with people, and will honestly, if you have services, professional services, or your products that you sell, having a personal video from you makes a big difference. It can close the sale before you even meet them. Especially, you know, is if you're a contractor, you're going into people's homes, you know, they're more likely to call you if they can hear you and they say, oh, I trust this guy. He looks trustworthy. You know, or I feel comfortable. I'll go see Celine. You know, she looks like she could take care of my dog. If you've got products that you sell, you can do your own testimonial on why you're selling that product. So definitely video, you know, people won't always read, but they will watch video. So engage with them, add video to your card. And it's pretty easy to do. You can, you know, create a simple video on your cell phone, and then you just upload it to a YouTube account. YouTube's free. Today we've got here a, this is going to be, this is a veterinarian who is talking about, you know, why she became a vet and how she likes to help animals and what she does. So this is our YouTube video we're going to add. And we look for the share button with the arrow. You click on that, and then we're going to look for this symbol here. It says embed. You want to click on embed, and that opens up another window here. So the code you want is right here, but before you grab the code, you need to make sure that show suggested videos when the video finishes. You need to make sure that's unchecked, because what will happen is it will show this video and then it will start bringing up other videos, and they may not be videos you want people seeing. So make sure that this is unchecked, and then grab your iframe code, right click, copy that, and bring it back over to the editor. And now we're going to add that code. So anywhere you see these little these little green and white boxes here, click on that. This is how you add a block. And this is our list of different block types that you can add. So we've got a text block you can add, an image block, a photo gallery, and here's the video. We're going to look at all of these today. I'm going to click on video, and then I'm going to drop in my code, just right click and paste my code in and add. And there is my video. So pretty easy, and really very, very powerful. Let's go over here to our next page. We're going to add a bio about Celine. And I've written up a bio already for her in my Word document here. So we're going to do that. Let me just mute us. There we go. And I'm going to go and grab that. So on my Word doc here, I like to type up my bios and any sort of text I want ahead of time in a Word doc. And I just will grab that information here. It just makes it easier, because in case the internet goes down or something while I'm working on vCard, I don't want to lose that information. So I type it up outside, and then I just come back in here and I paste it. So I'm going to say add a new block, and I'm going to say add a text block here. And I'm going to right click and paste all of my content in here. And that looks okay. I want to kind of make this a little bit bigger. So I'm going to say like 20 point, I think, and I want to bold it. And then I'm going to click add. And yeah, that looks okay. Not bad at all. I'd like to add more pictures if you can. It's great. You know how you've added your profile picture? Well, let's make this a little more personal. Add another picture of yourself if you can. And it can be you. It could be you with family. It could be another profile picture of you. Do something a little bit different if you have another picture. And I think I have another picture for her, so I'm going to grab it. I think it's still with her and her dog. So let's just grab another picture for her. Yes, we've got this one here. So we'll grab that one. It's very similar to the profile picture, though. And when you add a photo to the card, you do have a choice here. You have these link options. You can link that photo to an external page. So if this was like a product photo, you could link it to a product, or you could link it to an internal page as well. Okay. And then you also have the option of writing a caption. So I could say Celine with her dog Bosco. And then you would press save. And we've added Celine here with her dog Bosco. If we wanted to, we could add some more pictures here. I saw another picture here. I've got lots of pictures to add today. So we could go upload. And there's a picture of her maybe out walking her dog or walking a dog. So now if you want to change the size of an image too, if you want to make it bigger or smaller, I'll show you how you can do that. So we look at this picture here, and let's say we thought, okay, that's a little too big, though I think the size is actually pretty good here. You can, right at the bottom of the right-hand corner, you can see, you can drag that picture and make it smaller and drag it and make it larger. So you have the option here of changing the size of that picture just by dragging that right corner. And so that's how you do that. Let's add some testimonials. Testimonials are really an important part of your card. People will listen to testimonials, they'll read testimonials. One of the things that I also love, if you can get them, are video testimonials. They're so powerful again. So we're gonna add some testimonials for her. First thing I'm gonna do is add a little text block. And I'm gonna just give this a page name, testimonials. And now under formats here in the text editor, you have these options. These are like, they're called header 1, header 2. They're just different styles for your, you know, to create a headline. And then you can center it if you want. These are just your typical tools that you're used to using. And let's add some testimonials. I think I may have a written testimonial here. Oh, I do have one here. Okay, so I'm going to grab my testimonial here. Right click, copy it from my Word doc, right click and paste it. Now, what I can do too is I can remove the formatting here. If I want, I can highlight that. And there's this thing here that says clear formatting. Sometimes it pulls in some formatting from Word that I don't want. I can click on that. And well, it doesn't look like it removed any formatting. There must not have been formatting there, but because I made this a header up here, it's just made it super duper large. So what I'm going to do is try to change that. And this is sometimes it can be a little bit tricky here. You can, you know, what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight this text here that I want to be paragraph text. Hopefully I can make it paragraph text. No, it doesn't want to do that. I'm going to do this one more time. What I'm going to do is I'm going to delete all this because it's just going to be easier here. And I'm going to paste in. Oh, it's still coming in large. Interesting. See if I can get that to come in smaller. Doesn't want to work with me. Doesn't want to work. Well, I can force it if I just change the font size, I guess. But still, it looks just funny. It's just weird. It's not working with me at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my Word doc here, and I'm going to change it here because it's got some sort of style in it that's unfortunately coming through here. And I'm just going to make it normal. And now that will work. I just made it normal. Now I'm going to copy that information. And I'm going to show that to my developers and be like, look I couldn't change it. That was very frustrating. So I add my testimonial here, and that looks so much better. And I'm going to add at the top here, again, my little headline that says testimonials. We'll do format header 1, and we'll center that. And then we're going to click add. And if there's too much spacing here, you see the edit button. This is the little pencil. It's all over. The pencil is how you can get it back in and edit things. So you can remove extra spacing if something looks a little weird. And there you go. Now, in mine as well, I'm going to add some additional content here. This looks like there's a lot more spacing underneath this as well. Let's go down here. Yep, there is. See, a lot of returns there. Had to get rid of all that extra spacing. Now that's better. I'm going to add also some video testimonials. Like I said, video testimonials can be very powerful. So let's just add a few. Again, we go back to video. We're going to go grab some embed code. And I've got a testimonial here. We click on the embed. We uncheck show suggested video when the video finishes. We copy that embed code, right click, copy that, bring it back over to the editor, right click, and paste that code and add. You can have more than one video on your page. So I'm going to click add new block again, video. And I'm going to just go back over here. I've got my other video. Click share for this video. Click embed. Uncheck show suggested videos. Grab my code. Right click. Copy that. Back over to the editor. Right click and paste. And if 3 is the charm, we're going to add 3 testimonial videos. If you're not convinced that this is the place to go, I'm going to have 3 videos here. I think I've got one more here. Yep, I do. So these are such cute videos too. I'm going to click on share again, click embed, show suggested videos, highlight that, right click, copy, and bring it back over to the editor. Click on the video, right click, and paste my embed code there. And look at that. Our card is really coming together. We've got some nice testimonials here. And that definitely is going to help her with her business. Now, healthy pet tips. This is a great thing for vets to do. You can write up your tips here. You can add, you could do a short little video as well. So for example here, we have one, summer pet safety tips. They interviewed a veterinarian, so we'll just add this video here. But you could do your own video where you just give some safety tips for people. And we'll highlight that code, right click, copy, bring it back over here. And I'm going to add a little text block first, actually, I think. I'm just going to say summer heat safety tips. And then I will make this maybe a header 2, and I think I'm going to center it as well and click add. And then I'm going to click add a new block. And you're getting good at watching the videos now, right? We've done a few of these, so that's good. There. And then I can add just a video. And I can add more videos and other text here later on. So for her services here, we've got some services, and I've got a new patient form that I'm going to upload here for her. And let's do some things here for the services. The way I typically like to do it is I like to add lots of imagery. And so I'm going to upload. Let's see, we've got this picture of this dog here. And you can, if you can get like free stock photos. There's free stock photo sites out there. You can just grab extra images that might work for your industry, as long as they are, you don't want to take an image from someone's website. There would be copyright infringements, and you could end up with Getty Images coming after you saying you stole an image. So you want to find a free stock photo site, and you just search for them. And you can find all kinds of images to add to your website, just to add a little bit of, or your vCard, I should say, that could add a little bit of color. I'm going to add a new block here, and I'm going to add a text block again. And I've got my services that I've put together over here. So let's say I do one here. The first one here is for surgery. Right click, copy, paste that information in here. And it looks like there's some sort of space up there, but I don't think there is. And I'm going to change the formatting on this as well to a header 2. It changed the whole block. That's because there's not a hard return. So I'm going to do Control Z to remove that. And I'm going to put I just pressed enter to create a return there. And then let's try a header 2 again. So now it just changed that and nothing else. Then I can backspace this until I like it, and I can click add. So we've got information about surgery here. I can, feels like there's some extra space at the bottom of this too. So if you see like extra space, you need to put your cursor at the bottom of the text block and remove it. So I'm going to do right until I just backspace until it was gone, and then I press save. Because I get people who say, oh, there's all this extra space there. It's typically just because there was extra space in your copy when you pasted it in, and you just need to just backspace and remove it. We could add another image here. We could have a lot of fun with this section, actually. And we could upload another image. So we got this picture of cats or kittens. And then you could add another block of more text. I like to break up my blocks into multiple texts, things like this. And one of the things that you want to do when you when you're writing copy for your vCard is your copy should be in small bite-sized paragraphs like this. And it should also be, if you can, use bullet pointed lists, use lots of bold, use, you know, either lots of bold, okay, and definitely bullet pointed lists are important here. And then we'll click add for that. We've got our laboratory services here. And let's just add one more picture and one more section so you get a sense of that. So I go to image and I can upload. I can also choose images from my media library. I will do the ones of the guinea pigs, of course. It shows that all the different types of animals we take care of here. I think, yep, some of those are guinea pigs. Okay, good. And then we'll add another service here that we offer. So I can add another text block. Back to my Word doc here. Laser therapy, okay. And then I can just press add here. Let's see how that looks. Yep, that formatted. Looks like that formatted just fine. One other thing that you can add is, let's say she wants to add a section here for new patient forms. She could add, now she could add this to more than one place too. She may want this on the bottom of her vCard just because it's nice and convenient for people to find it, or she could have it here on her services page. I'm going to just add a little thing here. It says new patient forms. And then I'm going to add what's called, we've done the text block, the image block, we've done the video block. We have a contact form, which we'll do. You can add an event. And then if we keep going down, we have a PayPal button you can add. You can create a coupon. Your media library save blocks. This is where you can save a block on one card and copy that block to either another page on your card or even another card in your account. So that's where all your saved blocks are. And then this one here, this says document. This is where we can add a document. So I'm going to upload a PDF file here for my new patient form. Actually, it's a Word doc. You can do Word docs, Excel docs. It's asking me to name the file. And then it asks me to give a caption. And I'm going to say download new patient form. Press save. And there you go. You can see there it's added the new patient form here, download document with new patient form. If I want to here, I could make this a save block, new patient form. I did that a little too quick, didn't I? So right here, this icon here means save. You click on that, new patient form 2. And this will save it now to my saved blocks. So if I wanted to come back and say, I also want that on my home page, I can go back over to my home page and I can just add that here, maybe under my video. I want to have that. I go back down to my media saved blocks. And I've got lots of blocks in here from other cards I've worked on. And I can just, let's see, I add that headline in here. I'll go back in there again. You see how it's pretty easy, you know, you can really have a lot of fun with this. vCard is about just playing with your vCard and having fun. I mean, I have seen some incredible cards that people who don't, who've never done anything like this before, they just have so much fun building it, working on it, adding things, adding pages, adding content. It's just amazing what people have been able to do. And it really helps them market their business and get the word out there, what they're about, what they're doing. So we've added a great services page. It's time to add a contact page. We're going to add a text block here that just is basically, I use this for a call to action. I love to have these things called calls to action. It's very important. So I go, contact Celine. I am, looking forward to hearing from you. So this could be something like, get a free consultation, whatever it is that your call to action should be. And I'm going to turn that into a header as well. And then I can just add that on. Now I'm going to add the form. I click on add new block. And I look for contact form. And you can have multiple contact forms. This is just going to be a regular contact form, but you name the form itself so you can tell the difference. Like, for example, a real estate agent will have a buyer's form and maybe a seller's form. Then you put in your email address here. And you can have more than one email address in here. This is who the form will get sent to. So you're creating a contact form, and when someone fills it out, it's going to be sent to this email address. So you check off the fields that you want on your phone or on your form. And then you can create a custom field at the bottom here for anything you want to ask. So I said type of pet. And I'm going to make sure the phone gets checked, and I'll click add. And there you go. I've added my contact form. I've been doing something lately. I like to add a little picture on the contact page too. I usually add it at the end. So I'll add a little image right now. I've got so many great images to choose from. Why not? I'll add this picture. Oh, this one here. We'll do this one here. Probably cropped better. So I've added a little picture at the bottom there. It's kind of cute. Now, whenever you've made changes to your vCard, no one can see these changes until you publish the card. So you want to come over here. You can tell that it's unpublished. It's red. It's red here. So make sure you just click publish. That automatically publishes the card. Now everyone can see the changes I've made. And let's go take a look at our card here. And we have done a great job today. Thank you for joining on all of this. You can see here all the information that we've put together. She's just got a really nice card here for a veterinarian. I'll come back in here and clean up the logo a little bit. And but let me show you how the contact form works. So you just fill out the form. And then after you've filled out the form here, you press submit. It's successfully submitted. And if I go back over to the editor, on the editor homepage, okay, down here, you can see here I've got these three things here. One, I can see my contact forms. I can see my RSVP. So if you add events, this is where you'll find those. And you have your QR code. I'm going to click on contact form leads. And I'm going to find that form now that I just added. And you can see my information is here. You can download that information. You can export it into a CSV and upload it into your CRM system or your mailer system that you're using. But this is just a check. This should have been emailed to me. I will receive it, or Celine will receive it through her email. And this is in case for some reason spam blockers blocked it, or it got lost in my email. I can come over here and also see anyone who's contacted me. One other thing I want to show you too is if I go back here to the home page, few nice little things to know. On your home page here, you see at the bottom here, we've got this get a vCard like mine. If you want to remove that, if you don't want it on a certain card that you have, you can click on this hide vCard. You can just hide it. You just check that to hide it. And then, you know, at the top of the card, you have this navigation menu, right? If you want to have navigation at the bottom of your card, and especially if you have a really long card, you have a lot of content on it, I typically recommend that you do. You would also show footer links. You would add that. This will add the footer links to the bottom of your card. And then we have a new feature here. It's called Show Follow Me button. This allows people to follow you in the vCard app. And what happens is, so I'm going to click that as well. So now you can follow Celine in the vCard app. And what happens is anyone you're following, when Celine adds, if she added an event, or let's say she added a coupon, some sort of special that she's running, you know, when she adds those things to her card, you would receive a notification in the vCard app itself. There would be a green dot by her name, which says, oh, something's going on with her. You can look at your notifications in there, and you would see that, oh, she's running a coupon, or, oh, she's, you know, she's doing some sort of event. So that's the basic information there about vCard and how you can get in there and start to build your card. I'm going to publish this information now that I've made those changes. Now everybody can see them. I'd love to, you know, like I said, thank you so much for joining us today. And